A man had just pulled into a gas station when he was approached by police. There was no apparent reason, no violation was cited, but instead of staying silent, he reacted strongly. And this is how he responded to power, right in the middle of the street, right on camera.
This and that to this. He hasn't explained anything, mate. He hasn't explained anything.
Why don't you play your video back and show me explaining it 3 times?
What did you say? Under the road traffic act quicker. What's your reason, mate? You cannot just come and stop people, bruv. You need your reason, mate. You cannot say, oh, I stopped you to check your details. Mate, get out of here, mate. Get out of here. Get your supervisor down here and then we'll do this properly, mate. Yes, get your... well, I don't want to speak to you guys. Get the big boy, the big dog out here, mate. Get him down here. You understand? Get the big dog out here, mate. You see what's going on? Because I'm driving a nice car, I pull up in the petrol station. This Monday, I went to pay for my petrol.
You think police only stop cars when they have a valid reason? In today's video, a man driving a 2017 Honda Civic Type R is approached by police at a gas station. No search warrant, no charges, just because he looks suspicious. Was this an abuse of power or an appropriate enforcement of the law? Let's watch and analyze each moment.
Can you get me your driving license?
Okay, so I pull up to the petrol station and you pull me over. So what's your problem?
Right. I'm not answering the same questions over and over again.
Nah, you have to say it for the camera, mate. Say it for the camera, bro. Say it for the camera, mate.
Stop being awkward.
I'm not being awkward, mate. I'm not being awkward.
You're being very
Well, you ain't got nothing to do, so you're picking on someone that just rolled to the petrol station.
No.
What, because I got a wood on?
No.
Huh? Because I drive a nice car?
I've told you
what it is then? What it is, because I drive a nice car? Mate.
I'm not going to keep going over and over this.
I don't care what you're going to keep doing, mate. Get your supervisor and then
Listen,
we'll do this.
I'm going to let you pay for your petrol and I'm going to do some checks. And
I pay for my petrol already, mate. Get your supervisor down here, mate. I ain't got time to play games with you, bro. Because I'm legit. Yeah, I'm driving a nice car. You think you can come here and bully me? Get your supervisor down here, mate.
Trying to say that
I don't listen. Get your supervisor down here, mate. I've already asked him if I'm being detained. He said no. He said he haven't told me. So get your supervisor down here, bro. Huh?
You're not being detained. You said you've been detained.
I asked him. He said no one's been detained, so I'm not answering no questions, mate. Get your supervisor down here.
What my colleague said is that he's...
I don't care what he said. Get your supervisor down here. I'm not dealing with you guys.
Why do you have to bring a supervisor?
Because I'm pissed off, mate.
Pissed off about what?
Yeah.
You can stop any vehicle and ask them for their details.
I don't care, mate. I don't get your supervisor down here, innit?
Okay, if you just give your details, we can do a check.
I don't care, mate. It doesn't like you cannot just come here and say, give me your details, mate.
Okay, so
what's wrong with you, bro? Why are you looking in my car for, mate? Why are you looking in my car for? What are you looking for? I don't play games with you guys, bro. You understand? Get your supervisor down here.
Just do our checks and then
Well, do your checks, mate. Get your supervisor down here. Okay? Get your supervisor down here. And then I'll answer to your supervisor. I'm not dealing with you guys. Get your supervisor down here, mate. I'm not going anywhere.
The driver had just stopped to refuel when the police approached. He immediately asked, "What's the reason?" but received no clear answer. This is where the question comes in. Are police allowed to stop people arbitrarily just because they look suspicious? People have the right to ask why and to refuse to provide information without a warrant or reasonable suspicion.
I request for your supervisor. It doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter.
Is it your vehicle or not?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, okay. So
it doesn't matter, mate.
Is it stolen, is it?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Well, do your checks. If it reported stolen,
if you tell us what your name is, then we can check to see.
I don't get your supervisor down here.
We don't get supervisor.
Because I'm not gonna let you guys bully me. What? Because I'm driving a nice car and I'm wearing a wood. Yeah. I work for whatever I have, bruv. I'm a working guy. Okay. Listen, I don't care. Get your supervisor down here because there's nothing you can do. I'm legit. Get your supervisor down here, mate. Get your supervisor down here.
Google section 163 of the road traffic.
Mate, section 163 says that you guys can stop any vehicle on the road at any time for any reason. Yeah, for any reason. Yeah, for any reason. What's your reason for pulling me over? Yeah. Well, you didn't pull me over. You just come and speak to me because I'm driving a nice car. Get your supervisor down here, mate. You guys just been silly, bro. What? Why you come and talk to me? I don't want to talk to you, bro. Get your supervisor down here. Simple as that. I'm not here to play games, bro. I'm a big man. I work. I got my child and everything. I got my girl and everything, bro. I'm a big man. I'm not some little waste man running on the road. Yeah. So, well, because I'm driving a nice car, you can't pull me over. Yeah. Yes, it does, mate. Because if I was driving a piece of shit car, you wouldn't pull me over. Oh, he's a reported stolen.
The driver repeatedly demanded, "Call the supervisor." This is a legal right. If citizens feel they are not being treated fairly, they have the right to ask to see a higher authority. The driver's tough stance may be controversial, but it is his way of protecting his personal rights.
Is it this, is it that? But I'm legit. You understand?
If you give details,
I don't need to get your supervisor down here, mate.
Why would you give details?
Do your checks, mate. Yeah, because I pull up in the petrol. You ain't got no reason to stop me, mate. What's your reasonable suspicion to pull me over, or to believe the car has been stolen, or to this and that? To this. He hasn't explained anything, mate. He hasn't explained anything.
Why don't you play your video back and show me explaining it 3 times?
What did you say? Under the road traffic act. What's your reason, mate? You cannot just come and stop people, bruv. You need your reason, mate. You cannot say, oh, I stop you to check your details. Mate, get out of here, mate. Get out of here. Get your supervisor down here, and then we'll do this properly, mate. Yes, get your... well, I don't want to speak to you guys. Get the big boy, the big dog out here, mate. Get him down here. You understand? Get the big dog out here, mate. You see what's going on? Because I'm driving a nice car, I pull up in the petrol station. This Monday, I went to pay for my petrol, come back, and that guy wants to come and speak to me. Or is it stolen? Yeah. Like, what kind of rubbish is that, mate?
We say that you stolen, didn't we? Said
he asked me if it's stolen. He asked me, ask him. Did you not ask me if this vehicle is stolen? Yes, stupid man. What's wrong with these guys, bro? Nah, seriously, get your supervisor down here. Get your sergeant, whoever the big dog is, get him down here. I'm not here to play games with you, bro. Come and violate my rights and come and tell me shit.
One thing to note, the driver claimed that he was stopped simply because he was driving well and wearing a hoodie. Without a specific reason, this could be a form of appearance bias, leading to profiling behavior. The question is, does a nice car plus distinctive appearance make you a target of suspicion?
You know why it is? Because I'm legit. I can say whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Do your checks, mate.
Yeah, we're doing our checks. We used to do it.
Mate, listen, mate. Do a description check. I'm not speaking to you. Okay? I'm not speaking to you, mate. Do a description check. Get your supervisor. I'm not helping you do your job. Do your job, mate. I'm not helping you do your job.
Yeah? That's you, isn't it?
What's that?
Octavia? Is that your name?
If that's the name that comes up on the insurance, then that's me.
Is that yes or no, then is that?
Well, if that's the name, listen, mate, I'm not helping you do your job. I told you that already.
It's not necessarily the name that comes up on insurance. To be
What name comes up on the insurance?
Drive without insurance.
What name comes up on the insurance?
I just told you that.
Yeah. So, well, is insurance is legit, mate? The car is legit.
Well, what I need to know is if you are that person. So you are insured to drive.
Yeah, but what's your reasonable suspicion to believe that I'm not that person?
Because you don't give me your name.
You don't give your name.
Nah, mate, that's my right, mate. Because you didn't pull me over for no. You need listen, mate. You need reasonable suspicion. You need, mate. Under the Road Traffic Act, it says that you guys cannot pull over people without grounds. What's your grounds on pulling me over? You ain't got no grounds, mate. Get your supervisor down here, mate. You understand? You don't just go around and stop people. Listen, mate. I don't need to. You understand? That's the problem. I don't need to. Because you ain't got no grounds, you ain't got no reasonable suspicion, no probable cause, nothing. Get your supervisor down here, mate. I request for your sergeant. No one's getting the sergeant down here. You don't want to get the big dog down here? Well, get whoever, get the big dog, supervisor, whoever. And what's your name, mate? And your badge? Well, I can see your badge number.
And what's my shoulder number there?
789. And what's your name?
It's written there.
I cannot pronounce that,
We
mate.
can read it, can't you?
Where is it?
Sir.
There, see? And what police station you dispatched from? Catford? Lewisham. Well, that was the guy who originally come and speak to me first. So I need his color number and his...
This person repeatedly stated clearly, I am not helping you with your work. He maintained his right to remain silent, not to give his name, and not to answer questions. But is this resisting a law enforcement officer? No. Unless you are under arrest, you have the right to refuse to answer. Unless the police have a clear legal reason, you are not required to cooperate unconditionally.
Badge number. You ain't got no grounds, no reasonable suspicion. You do your checks, you're gonna ask me, is that you? Have you got reasonable suspicion to believe that it's not me? You do a check on the vehicle, is it stolen? if that's your,
if you confirm your details or your name is, then we
mate,
can go on our way,
if that's
can't
the case, mate, you should pull everybody over. If you
we
want to pull me over,
we pull a lot of people
if you want to pull me over to find out,
we pull a lot of people over.
oh, the guy's insured and everything, but how do I know it's you driving the car? How do I know?
They give us their ID, yes, don't they? They give us the details.
Stop every vehicle on the road,
They give
mate.
us the details, don't they? But you're not free to give the details,
Mate, because it's my right, mate. It's my right. You ain't got no problem with cause. You ain't got no reason. I saw you when I come there. If I was a legit, I wouldn't stop here. What, do you think I'm stupid? What, do you see whatever written on my face? Do you see dumb criminal written on my face? Well, I don't care, mate. Do your checks, and then when if you don't want to get your supervisor down here, once you do your checks, I'll bounce. Simple as that. Don't come and play games with me out here, mate. This is silly, and that's going on YouTube. As soon as I get to where I'm going, it's going on YouTube, so people can see how stupid and silly you guys are. Y'all ain't got nothing to do. You understand?
Negative, I'd say, is early 20s.
I'm in my late 20s, man. I'm a big man.
How old are you?
This is going to YouTube, the driver shouted, vowing to make the incident public. This is how modern citizens monitor the authorities, using the most powerful tools, cameras, and the internet. Recording in public spaces is legal in the UK and can be a weapon in the defense of truth.
Say 28.
I'm 29, by the way.
You're getting somewhere, 29.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll tell you. So if that can help you do your check,
we give us your name, then we can.
you don't need to. I don't need to, mate. That's the problem here. I give you my. I tell you I'm 29 years old, so if that could help you identify whatever, do it, innit? I don't need to give you nothing.
Pendle House, yeah? Receive. Has he got a description of BNC? Any marks or scars?
Marks and scars?
Stay, don't invade my
Colours
privacy.
your eyes.
Don't invade my privacy.
You got brown
need to
eyes?
keep that distance away
I have to
from
see
me.
your eyes because you won't give me a name. They look like brown.
Right, well, that was very long-winded, wasn't it? I can see you're on insurance. I don't suspect you're drunk. We're going to go now. Have a lovely evening.
Alright. Alright, bye. And go and look for some job to do, mate. We don't pay you to just go and stop people. Go and look for rapists and stuff like that, mate.
What tax band do you want?
What tax man? I'm not gonna disclose
You're
that.
saying you pay me. What tax
Yeah,
band?
you can see. I was working today.
I
Look,
haven't said you're not
my
working,
cargo.
I asked you what tax
I pay a
band.
lot of tax, mate. And I have a
After more than 10 minutes of arguing, the police could not come up with any reasonable excuse and finally let the driver go. The driver also asserted, "I pay 40% tax," showing his frustration at being treated like a criminal despite being completely legal.
another job coming, and it would be 40% tax I'll be paying.
Yeah? How much,
yeah.
how much tax?
40.
40,000.
40% tax.
40%.
Yeah.
40%. Well, that's what I pay as well. So you could say I pay for my own job, yeah?
All right. Bye bye.
Is this a manifestation of power abuse, or is it just a misunderstanding between the two sides? Who do you think is right? Who is wrong? Leave a comment below to discuss. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next civil rights analysis videos.